Thank you for tuning into TTV. I'm your host, Toya, and today is Monday. And the topic for today is reflection. Like, how do you use it? How do you start? How do you go about it, right? And like I said in the description below, reflection is one of the best tools that you can actually give yourself. If you're looking for personal growth, if you're looking to change your situation, change your emotional state, change the things that happen to you, the way you think about yourself or think about other people, any of that starts with reflection. So, reflection is one of the best tools you have in your arsenal for change. Okay. But before I get into that, a couple of things. One, please like, subscribe, and share because it helps the channel out, helps me out, keeps me going and doing this. The other thing is share with those you know, love, and care about. Also, I am a distributor for Young Living. Young Living is an essential oil company, the best in the business, and I really wholeheartedly believe that. They do not sponsor me. I'm just a distributor for them, so I do sell them. So check out the link below. You can get additional information on essential oils, and as well as some of the products do offer a 24% discount as a loyal customer. So check that out below, and then let's get into it. So, what is reflection? So, reflection is basically when you're looking back on something, when you're reflecting on, whether it's your traits, your strengths, your weaknesses, your day, your past, your present, your future. You're just basically thinking about something in detail. You're going over it in your head. Like, what did it look like, or what do you want it to look like? How do you feel about it? What's your perception about it? Like, these are the things that happen when you're reflecting on something, okay? And so the reason this is good is kind of like the saying that goes along with it says you can't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. So when you take time to start reflecting on the different areas of your life, regardless of which area in life it is, when you start taking time to reflect on it, you can see how you process stuff. You can see where some of these thoughts and belief systems are coming from. And you can see those changes that you feel that you need to do. Now, when I say reflection, I'm not talking about anything that somebody else says about you, anything somebody else speaks on, does, whatever. I'm not talking about that because at this present point in time, you need to work on you. Okay, nobody else is going to love you, nobody else is going to like you, and or it's not even going to matter if they do, if you don't like yourself. If you don't like yourself, the whole world can be in love with you and you're not going to feel any of it. If you don't like yourself, the whole world can celebrate you and congratulate you, but you won't feel that because you don't celebrate and enjoy your own self. So when you doing reflection, you're reflecting on all this stuff for the benefit of yourself, how you can improve. I am always trying to improve. I'm always trying to be a better version of myself. I'm one of those, well, not one of those, but I tell myself, nobody in this world is perfect, but it doesn't mean you can't strive to be. And so that's something that I tell myself. So I'm always trying to improve. I'm always trying to be better than I was the day before. I'm always looking at that spiritual growth, personal growth, that maturity. I'm always looking to striving to gain more, to do more as far as that is concerned. And if you're like that too, then reflection is one of those tools that can really help you. You to look back or look forward or look at current. Either way it goes. But look at situations, look at your emotions, look at your thoughts, look at your feelings, look at all of that and see where it is right now so that you can reflect on it. If you find, because this happened to me. So when I was driving into work, I work downtown Detroit. So you can just imagine the traffic. It's nothing like Atlanta. The people who live in Atlanta and have to deal with that traffic every day. God bless y'all. God bless y'all. Because that is, alone is enough to make somebody go on a rampage. Okay. But it's not that bad, but it's still rush hour traffic. Okay. And I found myself like I really had to stop because I found myself I was always like one of those like oh I can get over here, let me get over here, and then it's a spot right there, let me get over there. And I would do that even when I wasn't late for work. I was always rushing, and I actually heard my best friend's voice in my head where she's had the saying. She said she would tell me hurry up and wait. Like I don't know where she got it from, but that was the saying, hurry up and wait. And I was looking around at the cars that were around me as I'm doing this, and I'm like, that car I just passed back there is now on the side of me. You know what? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I'm stressing myself out. Why am I doing this? So that's me taking a look and reflecting on my driving style and how angry I was and how I'm rushing and panicky, like driving. And honey, you got time to get there. You always get to work 10, 15 minutes early. Why are you rushing? Why are you doing this? And why are you angry? Like, you already know this is the traffic. You already know this was what it's gonna look like when you go. So why are you angry? And I didn't have an answer for it. I didn't have an answer for it because there was no excuse. So what happens? Because I reflected on it, that was a behavior I changed. And so when I went to work, I already knew I'm gonna deal with rush hour traffic. So guess what happened? Sometimes that rush hour traffic wasn't backed up. A lot of times that rush hour traffic wasn't backed up because I accepted the fact that it might be a possibility that that's something I deal with. And I accepted it and I prepared for it and I was relaxed and I was in a state and I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna just enjoy the ride. I started using audiobooks, so I would listen to audiobooks as I'm riding into work, or I'll turn everything off and I use that as a time, to really meditate and think about stuff. I don't mean that close your eyes. No, I mean that's the one where you're driving and you're thinking about, you know what? I shouldn't be this angry when I'm driving. Or looking at other people like, "Ooh, I remember when I used to do that." Because you see that one in, out, and you almost want to go, "Hey," as you driving past them. So, you end up, it changes how you process stuff. It changes how you react to stuff, and you're calmer. Okay. Because like I said, I knew I was gonna end up in that traffic anyway. So why act a fool? Why do all of that? It's not worth it. It didn't get me to work anytime earlier. I didn't lose, lose travel time. Like, no, it was the same travel time. The only difference was is I arrived stressed out. And I really needed them 10, 15 minutes to really calm down so I can get into work. And then it ended up being like once I calmed down and just took the drive for what it was, I would end up working and I could use those 10, 15 minutes to get my head right and really relax and get myself in a positive state so that I can go in there and do the job that I needed to do. So all I'm saying is that you can use reflection as a method of growth. Reflect on the things that you're doing right now, the things you don't like. Make a list of stuff you would like to improve on of yourself. And then you can start taking those things and really pay attention to what you're doing. As you're going through your day, and then go back and really reflect on it and start changing those processes, start changing those belief systems that we have. If you find that every time you go to spend money, oh my God, I'm spending money again. I need to stop. I need to stop. Why? Why do you need to stop? Why do you feel that? Why do you feel bad about spending the money that you earn? Especially if you're spending it on you. Why does that make you feel bad? What do you feel you should be doing with it? And it was like, oh, I feel like I should be saving. Okay, well then save some money. But I am saving money. Okay, then why are you feeling bad about spending this money on yourself? Whether it's, you bought yourself a nice shirt or whatever, or you bought yourself a lunch, or you bought yourself, a gadget that you've been wanting. Why do you feel bad about it? That's why you work, right? You work to get those things that you want. You work to get to have things, right? So as long as you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, why do you feel guilty about that? Why do you feel like you don't deserve it? So that's how you use reflection as a method to changing those practices and those principles. And if it's something like, okay, well, I feel bad because money is scarce. Like you have a scarcity thought about money, like there's not enough of it. Then that's something you need to work on. It. Money is in abundance. Money is always around. Have you ever had a time where you wasn't able to pay bills? Did it cost you something? Because most of us, majority of us, have never experienced that. Some people have. And I'm not talking about you got your lights cut off in 1 month. I'm talking about like every month their lights are cut off. I'm talking about every month they struggling to put food on the table. And if that's not you, then guess what? Why do you have this thought? Why do you have this process? You never even experienced that. So let it go. Change your thought process. Understand money is in abundance everywhere. Money is everywhere. You got things in your house right now that you could probably sell. And guess what? That's money. You got things right now that you've been thinking about doing that will be an investment, like an improvement on your house. Do it. So change how you look at stuff, change how you processing stuff. And that's where the reflection comes in. You can notice and pay attention to what it is you're doing and pay attention to the things that you're saying. Pay attention to how you feel about stuff. And then you can use that reflection you can use that to reflect on and figure out why. Where's this coming from? So, and if you do, like I said last week with the mirror gazing, you can use that at that time to try to pull out those emotions. So if you know you're struggling, and I'm gonna go back to the whole driving thing, you know you're struggling, that you're one of those road rage drivers, then mirror gaze. Think about that road rage driving, and feel and pay attention to what comes up. Pay attention to the thoughts that come up. Pay attention to the feelings that you have. Pay attention to what you may see as far as memories go. Write it down, pay attention to it, and then reflect on that. Like, wow, I never knew that. Because chances are it's a reason you feel that way. It's a reason that it's coming up like that. So use that reflection time to improve yourself, and really focus and pay attention on what it is that you're doing that you may not like, or something that you want to change. And pay attention on it, reflect on it. Why do you feel like that? Ask yourself questions, probing questions. And then from there, you can start making those changes and to improve. So that's the message for today. I hope you got something out of it. Again, if you did, please like, subscribe, and share with those you know, love, and care about, because if you got something out of it, chances are they will as well. And then check out the link below for Young Living. See what they have to offer, or just go on there. Like I said, you can go on the website and just learn more about essential oils. But either way it goes, the link is below. I love you guys, and I will talk to you tomorrow.